What is up, everybody? This is Seagrove. I wanted to show you all a deck that is super fun that I had some success with recently. Um, it's a deck I made as soon as Sun and Moon came out, played with for a bit, really loved and was doing well with, but I thought it was a bit too fragile. I'll talk about that later, but first of all, here's the list. 3 Shaman, just for the setup ability, obviously draw until you have 6. 3 Darkrai, mainly going to be using Dark Pulse, 20 plus 20 per dark energy attached to your side of the field. And then this is what really makes the deck. It's the Dragonair line, actually. Dragonair's attack says during your next turn you may attach any number of energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon. So it's just super, super strong for powering up your Darkrai. Now, it doesn't ramp as quickly as a normal Darkrai deck, but does a ton of damage after your third turn if you are not disrupted. 1 Dragonite, mainly because it's one of my favorite cards ever. It's a bit memey, but heavy impact for 150 and 5 energies. Obviously, a huge cost, but if your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by this Pokemon, you take an extra prize. So you can knock out a Shaman for 3 prizes. Then I play a Hydreigon mainly for the ability. Can switch you can retreat your dragons for 2 less if there's a stadium in play. It does have the 80 shred, can't be blocked, and 180 HP. The HP is nice just to stack up my dragon energies as needed. So before we get into the items, the whole point of the deck is to get off that Dragon's Wish on your second turn, and then on your third turn, fly through your deck. So keep that in mind while we're going through. Just want to find as many energies and fly through the deck. That's why I play 3 Shaman, 3 Acrobike, 3 Trainer's Mail, 2 Professor's Letter. I play Nest Ball so I can find my Darkrai and Dratini and a Hydreigon if I need to retreat. I play a switch and an escape rope for obvious reasons, just so I can switch out if I get paralyzed or something weird, or they just Lysander stall. Super Rod lets me get back energies and Dragonite if I have to discard them early. 4 Ultra Ball for consistency, 4 VS Seeker for the same reason. I play 1 Parallel and 2 Skyfield. I need the stadiums for retreat. I need the stadiums to bump Silent Lab, which is really bad for the deck. And I need to be able to bump Parallel City, so I'm playing 2 Skyfield. Just lets me get down 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to only play 10 basics, but you'll find most of them most games. I usually have a bench of about 7 before I drop Parallel City. Just so I can play all my Shaman. That's the main reason for Skyfield, and then Parallel City so I can bump them or disrupt other decks. Supporter count is actually super low. 1 Lily, 1 Lysander, 1 N, and 4 Sycamore. By your third turn, you go through. Usually, I have less than 15 cards in my deck after my third turn. Often around 5, but I'll be able to VS Seeker and find my supporters pretty easily usually. So 2 Finding Fury Belt, typically for Darkrai, ideally, but sometimes you got to put on other stuff. 4 Double Dragon, and 9 Dark. So that's the list. I was going to a League Cup, and I wasn't going to play Rainbow Road. I'd gone to 2 cups and 1 challenge this quarter. Won my league challenge with Decidueye, and then didn't do well at my first cup. At my second cup, I won with Rainbow Road, so I didn't really want to play either of those 2 decks. So I planned on playing Groudon, but it was I just didn't like the way it felt. I didn't enjoy playing the deck. It had a decent win rate, but not great online. So the night before, I was laying in bed about to fall asleep, and I was like, no, I'm not playing it. But what am I going to play? And decided next morning when I got up, I would just get on PTCGO and pick a fun deck that had a high win rate online. So I see this. I hadn't thought about it in a month or 2 months, but I looked at it, had a 90% win rate, and I said, all right, let's do it. So I take this deck, I play 1 game online, and I leave for the cup. Won the game online, luckily. And play my first round of the cup against Decidueye with Espeon. And the deck just ran perfectly. So my third turn I hit for 270 damage. My fourth turn I hit for 310. And my fifth turn I hit for 350, which is the most I've ever done with the deck. I think that's every energy except for one and a Fighting Fury belt. So I won on my fifth turn. And so I was feeling really good going into the next round, but ended up playing against a friend. I got down paired. He had lost, so I felt really bad beating him, but he had already done pretty well. He also had some good finishes, so didn't feel too bad. But it's never fun to play against a friend. But he came down to the last turn. He whiffed a Lysander, so I was able to win. Got pretty lucky. Round 3, I played against an Yveltal, Darkrai, and Breakthrough Yveltal deck, Fright Night Yveltal. And my first search, I'm just looking to see what's prized. I noticed 2 Dragonair are prized, so I looked for my Super Rod. It's also prized. So I only have 1 Dragonair, so I'm like, okay, I really got to make this count. So my first turn, I established 2 Dratini, attach an energy, and pass. She does her thing. I think she knocks out my Dratini with an Yveltal, and so it's my turn. I evolve, play a Darkrai down, use Dragon's Wish, and I'm like, yes, okay, I got off my Dragon's Wish, so even though I don't have any more Dragonair, I still got my third Dratini and a Hydreigon, so I can play down my DDEs as I need. She goes, immediately uses Ranger, and knocks out my Dragonair, and I knew basically that was game over. I played it out, but it was rough. I think I used Tail Smack for the first time ever, just for fun, but lost that game. Round 4, I played against a Gardevoir deck. I think he was a little too hesitant. I think he had to Sycamore away 2 Mega Guardies first turn, but opted not to. And then I think he didn't get. I think he evolved his second turn, and then I was by my third turn I was like taking knockouts and stuff. So he never really got going. The 5th round I played against a really weird energy denial deck, and it wasn't a good matchup for him. But also he didn't really get going that well either. So it was a pretty easy win, I guess. So I had some luck definitely in the first rounds, and had 3 games where favor was on my side and 1 where it wasn't. So that was, I mean, that was part of the reason why I got to the semifinals. In semifinals, top 4, played against a guy, really nice guy. I've played him a couple times before. He was playing Decidueye with Jolteon and Regice today. In game 1, I just dead drew. Game 2, I had to Sycamore away my Switch, and then he Lysanders up my Darkrai with no energies, and my Escape Rope is prized. So he uses Decidueye to knock out my Dratini and Dragonair on the bench, and even my Dragonite eventually. So I just lost that. It felt pretty bad, but that's the way it goes. The deck is pretty fragile. Loses to turn. They have 3 turns to get item lock, ability lock, or a ranger, and so the deck isn't great. But if it's not disrupted, it will almost always win. It is super fun to play. You get to do a ton of damage really quickly, and it's a pretty unique deck. So I wanted to give you all a look at it so you could see what it does, and I was able to get top 4 in that tournament, so that was pretty cool. I didn't actually change the deck there, but this is the exact list I used. That was the exact list I used. So I think this deck is called Darkrai Dragonite 1. So Gonna play a game with it just so you can see the deck in action. Hopefully it wins. Right now I'm 11 wins and 12 losses with it. Super, super fun to play. I think you'll get to see that here. Yeah. So here we go. We got a game. We are up against Gaboos, I guess is how you pronounce it, playing grass and colorless. This might end up showcasing, if it's a Vileplume deck, how fragile the deck actually is, but we'll get to see here. Okay, got a mulligan to all three stadiums in my starting hand. So probably a good thing I mulligan. Didn't have a lot of draw there. And next hand, another mulligan. 3 draw supporters. Here we go. Alright, very cool. Hopefully I won't misplay because I'm talking. But got the Darkrai. He's probably going to take his mulligans. If he's there. It's a little bit late, so maybe he's falling asleep. Who knows? That's the one thing about PTCGO. If your opponent is not paying attention, it can take a couple minutes, but there we go. Okay, he's got the Shaman start. By the way, this is one video. Like, I'm not gonna wait until I get a perfect game or whatever. I'm just gonna play a game and y'all can see for real how the deck works. I don't want to, I don't want to try and hide or make it seem like it's better than it is. I want you to see it for exactly how it is. So okay, we see the forest, and it's probably a Vileplume deck just because that's the meta. He drops a N and a Lysander. Maybe it's, no, it is Vileplume. A little bit weird to drop 2 supporters when you're playing a Vileplume deck. If he plays Vileplume right now, okay. Yeah, this could be a bit tough. We'll see how it goes. Cool, cool, cool. I'm down with that hand. Okay, so it is a Decidueye. 2 Decidueye prize. He does play VS Seekers in a Vileplume deck. That's really weird. And turn 1 Vileplume. That's a really bad decision in my opinion, but hey. So I'm going to play this down, and I don't want to. I'm gonna discard my Dragonair. I have 3 of them. I want to get an energy attachment this turn, so alright, cool. Attach and pass. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get to show you all a Dragon's Wish explosion game because there is item lock, but I really think this guy's misplaying just by A, playing VS Seekers, and B, getting that turn 1 Vileplume. I guess he did have the Sycamore out, but it's just a little bit weird, I think. So unfortunately, my Dragonair Dratini is going to be more bait than, yeah, I'm fine with that. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna hold the Shaman. I'm gonna Dark Pulse for 60. He may end up doing a Sky Return next turn, and that's fine. Yeah, the Taurus can be problematic for dark decks, but that's fine. Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. Let's see. If I 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. I don't think I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna hit him 20, 40, 60. Yeah, for 100. And if he's able to KO me, he's able to KO me, and then I'll get a shred off. So that's fine if it's the case. I feel like he probably has a DCE here. Oh, he does have a DCE. Okay, I should check that, but I kind of knew it. That's fine. I'll be hitting for 80 every turn. He's doing 20, so. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, that second Tauros is going to be a pain. Yeah, that's a pain. But that's fine. I'm going to play this down just in case. At least get a card off of it. Okay. And I can shred for knockout here. Yeah, this is an awkward game. Oh, he could Sky Return. If he has a DCE, he can Sky Return here, which would be the play. He does. You can pull up that. Yeah. If only I could attach a Fighting Fury belt, that would be awesome. Because with the Fighting Fury belt, I could two-shot him. He can't use his GX anymore, so. Okay. So, we're gonna do it. I'm in a position now where I need to be taking risks. He's not gonna get a knockout this turn. There's the Darkrai I needed earlier. I could retreat here. I think I do this. I'm gonna shred, and I can knock out with Shaman, and then start hitting with Darkrai. Basically starting over, but it does give me. Okay, he's a straight going for the Darkrai now. That's fine. Hopefully he won't find one of his last two DCEs, but he might. Hopefully his deck is clogged up with VS Seekers. Let's see where this goes. Hopefully I'll pull a Dark or... Oh, Lysander. No, I can't use it right now. Come on, in. Okay, that's good. Well, I guess I can't really afford to retreat too much here anyways. Talking really country right now. Alright, so it gets out a second Decidueye just like that. That's pretty rough. I'm probably going to Lysander that one up, honestly. And just so he's only doing 40 a turn. Alright. And yeah, he could have GX'd. He should have oh no, he already GX'd. Okay. We're going to pull this one up. And then we're just going to pass. So I have 120 HP left. That's 3 turns. Yeah, he's got this. Unless I get like a really lucky draw. I have 20, 40. Yeah, he's got this. That's fine. So you saw how much it struggles under item lock, which is one of the things I was talking about. I might try and get another game just so you can see it actually move. That's a really weird deck, really strange to be playing VS Seekers. Maybe he only plays one. Maybe he only plays one. No DCE still. This would have been nice. Oh, Skyfield, woo! Yes, that's game. I'll let him win, and then hopefully you can see a match where I actually get to showcase the deck. I guess that's why people like to show you good matches instead of just matches. But I do think it's good to show the weaknesses of the deck as well. Hopefully we'll also get a match a little quicker than that one. That one was pretty slow. So like I said, if they get item lock, ability lock, or a ranger by the before my third turn, that's really problematic for the deck. I haven't won a coin flip. That's the first one I won tonight. I think I've played about 8 games, which happens. So mulligan. This deck can mulligan. It's got like 9 basics, so it's not gonna mulligan all the time, but I didn't even look at what type of deck this was. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to lose some resources here, but we'll see. Okay, cool Volcanion. So I'm gonna hope I can find like. Let's go with a Lily and try and Lily for 4 and see if we have a way of. Oh. It strikes again. Okay, we'll stop there. Wow. PTCGO strikes again. Luckily, we'll have 9 cards in hand next turn if he doesn't end me. So hopefully he'll end me. Sometimes this game just does that online. I know there's variants, yes, but whether or not it is truly random, I mean, obviously it's not truly random because it's RNG, but I really wanted to find a Dratini first turn, obviously. Yeah, this is pretty rough, actually. So that was actually out of, I think, 13 games. Last game was my second loss. And if I lose here, this will be my third loss out of 14 games. So you'll get to see 2 of my only 3 losses with the deck online. Hopefully we'll pull it out, but this has been a rough start here. Luckily, he does not have room for. Excuse me. He's playing Rough Seas. That's weird. He does not have room for a baby, so his acceleration will be a bit slow. Yeah, Rough Seas away my Skyfield was a strange decision, I think, but he attached. I don't know why he's steaming up. Maybe just wants something discard. I don't know. Let's see if we can. Okay, I'm gonna use this just to look through my deck. I'm gonna see how many Dratini are in here. Okay, just 1 out of 3. This has been not the best draw, so obviously this can happen. I kind of want to play that, but I don't want to limit myself, and I don't want to let him drop his stuff, so I'm just Sycamore. That's pretty rough. Hopefully we can find Dratini. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to Ultra Ball away these 2, actually. And I'm going to grab a Dratini. And I'm going to play the Dratini. I'm going to play my Dark here so I can hit this turn. Because I won't be able to Dragon's Wish because I have to evolve. So I'm going to attach this. and I'm going to stop there. I didn't want to play Trainer's Mail in case if that 5th card is like an Ultra Ball or whatever, I'll get to play it next turn. And if I don't, I can't play N anyways. So using Trainer's Mail there wouldn't really have a great effect for me. Okay, that's awesome. This is a really weird version of Volcanion, but the Bursting Balloon's fine with me because I don't attack. Oh, okay, there's the baby. I see. That's why he used Steam Up. But I think it may have been better just hold on to those energies so you could Steam Up this turn and do a little extra damage. So I could retreat here, but I already dropped 2 energy into Dragonair, so I kind of want to get those back if possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trust that my deck will find the Dragonair. So I'm going to attach here. I should Trainer's Mail before I attach, but I'm trusting in my deck. Gonna Ultra Ball these 2 away. It hurts to drop my Dragon Energy, and I'm gonna lose this one as well because of Dratini. I should have. Okay, I misplanned. My play order is wrong. I should have Trainer's Mailed first, then Escape Rope, then attached, then Ultra Balled. Just so that I'm able to make decisions with more information and he has to make decisions with less information. I almost clicked that Lily on accident. Okay, so we get here. Okay, cool. These are some good cards. So we're going to Dragon's Wish and we're going to end our turn. I don't need a Trainer's Mail yet. For the same reason as last time, I really need to find a supporter next turn, and I want to find a Shaman for that last bench spot. If he gets a knockout this turn, which is a good chance, but I don't think he attached an energy manually last turn. No, because he did, unless it was a second elixir. Okay, there's the end. That's exactly why I don't want to use that Trainer's Mail. Cool. Hopefully, no, he's going to knock it out this turn, so it doesn't matter. I imagine he's going to knock it out this turn, so it doesn't matter. If he doesn't knock it out, I'm going to want to attack with it, but I'm not going to. Okay, cool. He's probably not going to knock it out. He hasn't done a single Steam Up yet. Okay, cool. So I am going to evolve it. I'm not going to attack with it. I'm going to have to retreat here before I evolve because I can retreat for free currently. So I'm going to drop this here just to spread the love. I don't know if I have a Super Rod or not because I wanna go as far as I can in my deck. So I'm gonna evolve. So the question is, do I discard this or this? I think, or I could do both of these and just trust that I find a VS Seeker, but I don't have enough supporters left in deck to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna discard this. I'm gonna have enough damage. So yeah, grab that last Shaman and drop it down. I just need to get through the rest of my deck essentially, except for like 4 cards so I don't deck out. And cool, I do have this, so I can attach this here, play this. Cool. Sycamore. Hopefully I'll find a letter and some darks. And there I go. So I'll get a dark here, a dark here, a dark here. I should have Trainer's Mail first. I didn't even look. Do I want that? Yes, I do. I'm gonna play my other Fury Belt here. Grab Professor's Letter. Grab these 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna play them because I'm already doing enough damage as is. So I can Nest Ball for my last Darkrai when they take a knockout, and then attach them to that Darkrai. So you see how much damage I just did, 290. So that's the power of the deck. It's really smooth. I'm ahead on prizes, so I'm probably got this game. I'll win. I'm gonna win in 3 turns, no matter what. Yeah, I should win in 3 turns. Even if he can't Lysander this turn. So yeah, I'm gonna win in 3 turns. The question is, well, there it goes. Okay, so you got to see the power of the deck that game, so I was getting a little bit better. Sorry this video is pretty long, but I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and like, subscribe.